What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Raw recap. Started off tonight with The Miz doing Miz TV. Three Stooges come out to the ring. Kurt Angle informs them that they're going to have a special guest, Brock Lesnar. Everybody go play your numbers. I think this is the most we've seen Brock Lesnar in a month since he's had his belt. The Miz says to Brock Lesnar that he doesn't think he's going to win the Fatal 4-Way, being that he's got the deck stacked against him. Paul Heyman does a little bit of role-playing with the Three Stooges and sets Brock Lesnar loose on him. Brock Lesnar lays out Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel with German suplexes and F5s and does the same thing with The Miz. You know, this is probably the first time I'm ever happy for Brock Lesnar because I absolutely hate The Miz. We then come to our first match, Sheamus versus Seth Rollins again. Sheamus wins this match. You know how I am about repeating matches. We just saw this match last week. But after Sheamus beat Seth Rollins, Cesaro comes in. They both beat up Seth Rollins. I guess we were supposed to be waiting to see if Dean Ambrose would come out. He didn't. So then comes to our next match. Jason Jordan was supposed to be going up against Curtis Axel, but being Curtis Axel got his ass handed to him. Kurt Angle set up another match with another guy that's just standing around. He was a jobber. Jean-Pierre Goulet, I think that's how they pronounce his name. Anyway, he was a jobber. It was a squash match. Jason Jordan won. Bayley comes out to the ring and she announces that she's not going to be participating in SummerSlam due to the fact that she messed up her shoulder. So tonight we're going to be having two triple threat matches. The winners of those matches will be facing each other next week to be the #1 contender. The first of these two matches was Sasha Banks, Emma, and Alicia Fox. This was a very predictable match, being the fact that Nia Jax is on the other triple threat match, but Sasha Banks won, so she's going to be facing the winner of the other triple threat match. Take a wild guess on who that's going to be. Enzo comes out, starts mouthing off as usual. Big Show comes out, starts mouthing off. The Club comes out, they're mouthing off, and they seriously need to get the microphone away from Luke Gallows because he sounds fucking horrendous. Which leads to a match, Big Show versus Gallows and Anderson. I really couldn't get behind this match. It was Gallows and Anderson won. The only thing this match did to the storyline was Big Cass came out towards the end and beat up on the Big Show, ended up getting laid out. Then we have Finn Balor coming out. He cuts a promo on Bray Wyatt, and all of a sudden Flashy Shit McWyatt flies out. They have a quick little fight, then a whole bunch of flashy shit. The Eater of Tacos is now gone from the ring. He's now up on the Titantron, mouthing off, lost interest. Then we have Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. I guess this is going to try to further the storyline of the Shield trying to get together and them facing Sheamus and Cesaro at SummerSlam, possibly for the belts. Dean Ambrose won the match. It was an okay match, providing the ridiculousness of the story behind it. After the match, Sheamus comes into the ring, and Sheamus and Cesaro beat the hell out of Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins comes out, evens up everything. Sheamus and Cesaro leave. Rollins and Ambrose are standing in the ring. Dean Ambrose puts his fist out in the Shield salute, I guess, whatever the hell you want to call it, solidarity. And this time, Seth Rollins walks out of the ring. So we don't have much time. We got 2 weeks until SummerSlam, so these two have to start getting together somehow. We then have a cruiserweight match. Tozawa versus Arya Daivari. Akira Tozawa won the match. It was an alright match. I wasn't too impressed with it. Then we have the other triple threat match. Mickie James, Dana Brooke, and Nia Jax. Nia Jax won it. Called it. So Nia Jax and Sasha Banks are going to be facing each other again next week to find out who the #1 contender for the women's title is. We then have a video package of Goldust just spouting off the same shit as he was before. It's old. It's done. Let's move on. Then backstage we have Big Cass walking up to Kurt Angle asking for a match against Big Show at SummerSlam. Kurt Angle gives the okay for the match. Big Cass says, I want another stipulation to this, that he wants Enzo completely out of the picture. They come up with the bit of hanging Enzo in a shark cage up above the ring. Sound familiar? There was a rather mixed reaction from the crowd at that announcement. So then we come to our main event, a last man standing match, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. To quote Linkin Park, well, here we go for the 100th time. They didn't even let this match run for a good period of time. I think they maybe 15 minutes, almost close to 20. It was an okay match. I really wasn't too impressed. I really wouldn't even put it as the top match of the night. They're going back at it, the only way you can win is to be down for a 10 count. They threw the stairs around, they fought in the ring, they fought outside the ring, they fought through the crowd, up onto the stage, back towards the ring. while they're at ringside, Samoa Joe comes out from the crowd, puts a coquina clutch on Roman Reigns, knocks him out, which allows Braun Strowman to get the 10 count for the win. I don't even know what to say about this Raw. I think probably the highest point, at least to me, was when Brock Lesnar, who I don't like, laid out the Three Stooges, which I don't like. So I guess a negative times a negative equals a positive if you follow mathematic rules. So this is below average. Again, Raw has had a ongoing streak since the draft, not the Superstar Shakeup, but the draft, like last year or whatever. When they did the brand split, they're supposed to be the super good flagship show, and they've done nothing but tank every time. SmackDown's always been the better show of these two, and if I were to give any type of prediction, I'm pretty sure SmackDown's going to be a lot better than tonight's Raw. That'll do it for this week's Raw recap. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Raw, what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.